FDP on data science using Python. Without a further delay, I request Mr. Tushar Kute sir to start today's session.
Thank you, ma'am. Good morning to all of you. So let's continue with today's session. Yesterday we have started with Python programming. We have taken the brief overview of Python programming. One more topic is remaining that I will finish today, that is object-oriented programming. And then we will see the data science, what is meant by data science, what is in the machine learning, and some simple data analytics using Python that we will see today, analytics and visualization also. Okay, so that is my today's agenda. So let's start with the yesterday's topic, the last topic of Python programming, that is object-oriented programming. So I'll start my idle. Okay. Now, basically, object is something like which is containing two things, values and the methods or function that we can apply onto it. It's a bundle of these two things together. And objects are created with the help of the classes. So class is a template, how object should behave, what it should contain, what property it should contain, what method it should contain. Along with it, when you create the object, then the memory is allocated to it, and based on that, we can create any number of such objects. We can assign the values to it. We can make use of the methods to operations on it also. So like C++ and Java, we can create the objects in Python also. All the applied Python, not only talking about data science, but almost every area when the Python is used, there the classes are created, classes are used, they are imported, their objects are created, their methods are applied and used. So let's have a simple demonstration how the classes are created using the Python programming language. So I've just opened my idle here, and when you create a new file, and inside the same basic concept of object-oriented programming we'll see in a simple single program. So in Python, we have a keyword, same, that is class keyword, to create the class, and this is the name of the class, student. Okay, the class, and it's a block again. So as we have seen yesterday, we got indentations present there, class and name of the class. After that, we write a constructor. Constructor means something, a special member function, which is used to assign the variables values initially. Means it is to use to initialize the object. Initial values, the first values, are assigned to the respective variables one by one. Okay, so the constructor will be created. It's a member function. So just like yesterday we have seen, there is a keyword called as step. With the help of that keyword, we'll create the constructor. So init is the name of the constructor that we are creating, and under that we can declare different kind of the variables here. So just a minute. See, it's created here, and under that, if you want to create some variables, we'll be having something like this. For example, name. You want to assign the name from here, and dot age. Okay, so assign the age, and then we define one more method here. That method is show, for example. Let's see, and this method is used to print the values on the screen. So just like this, self name and age. Okay, now this is a simple class created here. Now student is the class name, then init, this is a constructor. This will be automatically called when first time you create the object. Okay, name, and can pass two parameters are there. First parameter is self, means object of its own class, that is the first parameter, and two parameters which are actually passed while creating the object. So these values I'm assigning to its own variable. Self.name, it means that this name variable belongs to its own object, means it's an instance variable actually. Okay.
Hello, sir.
That is instantiated when the class is created for first time. Yeah.
Please
Hello.
share your screen.
Screen is shared here. Is it visible now?
Yes, sir. Now it's visible.
Yes, sir.
Is it possible to share everything? Because every time when I change the window, it is required to change the screen. Wait a minute. Is there any option present here? Every time we need to change this screen. Fine. So this is the name of the class. This is the name of the constructor. These are the parameters that you pass. Okay, I will not go in detail because OOP is very detailed concept. Will take too much time to perform. So I hope that you are knowing OOP already. This is the constructor created. Remember, constructor name and class name are not actually same in Python. Constructor name is fixed always. With this name, the constructors are created. And this is the method function that is declared inside the class. Okay. So these are the instance variables, means they are separate copies created for every object when you create it. Okay, name is the first instance variable, age is the second instance variable. And these are the methods which is used to print that value on the screen, just like simple. Now let's create the object. So object creation is something different again here. We write the object name first, and then in front of that we write the constructor of the respective class. Obj is the name of the object. This is the name of the class, and constructor will be called when you create this particular object. So basically here two parameters are passed, name and age. So I'll pass that values here, name, and second value is also passed here. So obj student object is created, obj is the object of it, and it's created by passing this value. So this name will pass to this variable, this value will pass to this variable, this will be created. So obj will be created, and obj.name will be this, and obj.age will be this. And when you have to call that, obj.show. So this is how the object is created. Remember, this is how the object is created, and this is how we can call the method. Okay, method calling, or this is constructor calling. Actually, when object is created, obviously the constructor will be called for first time. Okay, obj.show, it will call the method by dot operator. Here also we are using dot operator to call the respective methods here. Okay, simply. So class is created in this way. This is how the object is created. This is how the methods are called. Method can contain the parameters also. Remember, I can pass the parameter just like function that we have seen. It's declared inside the class. Can pass the parameter also. So everything is possible there. This is the basic idea of creating a class, object, and constructor I shown over here. Because in data science, we're actually going to apply the algorithm. So that time we require to create the object of the respective class, and then we can make use of the respective methods to perform the operation on the given data. Okay, so let's run this. Okay, again, that window is changed. Now let's see the output. See, so this is how the method is called. Show method is called, and it's printing the values of that instance variables on the screen, just like using this particular method here. Okay, this is how the common way of creation of the classes is there. Class and create the object, call the method. So this small amount of knowledge we require to understand the data science. Now let's shift to the second part of today's session, that is data science and the machine learning. What do you mean by data science? What is the machine learning? So both sessions are combined together, and we are going to see the theoretical introduction to this particular topic step by step, and then we'll go for data analytics with practical implementation with Anaconda and Jupyter Notebook here. Okay, so let me start my presentation with the data science and the machine learning. Okay, yeah, is it? I think it's visible. Data science and the machine learning. Fine. Now, the first thing is that what exactly the data science is. We'll take a brief overview of this particular idea. We know that a lot of data, huge amount of data is collected around the world with the help of internet, with the help of the networking. This data is increasing enormously. Huge amount of data is collected, and because of that, there's a data war form in the world of internet. So what are the data sources present? We have the web data, we have the e-commerce data presented, we have financial transactions, bank credit card transactions. Whatever you do online, that is recorded, that is saved. Whatever you search in the Google search engine, whatever you search anywhere in any website, that's also recorded. And that record keeping is done with the help of some data storage technology. It's continuously increasing. Just think about it. You are searching something on Google, and Google is keeping the record of that, what you're searching. So millions of users searches on Google per second, and Google is maintaining a record of it, and then it is performing some operations on it. It's the secondary part. But remember, huge amount of textual data, video data, image data, or document kind of data is collected on the world. Combining with these all things, online trading, purchasing also, even two largest sources of the data around the world is the social network. Everyone uses social network. Everyone is having account on that. We are having different networking like Facebook, we have WhatsApp, we have Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter. Everywhere the data is collected and millions of accounts are present over there. And even daily also you update some information onto it. You update textual information, you update pictorial information, video information onto it. And because of that, huge amount of data is getting collected at a central position. And second is the cloud, which is public cloud, which are used by many number of users. Just take an example of Google Drive. You upload the information of Google Drive, they are giving 15 GB of the storage space to you, and we upload the information over there. See, so if that millions of people are using the particular cloud social networking, so you just can think of it, how much huge amount of data is collected centrally over there. And what to do with that data? The data is collected, it's okay. But can I use this data for performing some operations out of it, for getting some predictions out of it, getting some intelligence applications out of it? Okay, that's what exactly we do on data. So just take an example, how much data we are having around the world. So I'm giving 3 examples here. Google, the king of internet. Okay, almost everything we search on Google, and many Google services that we generally use on day-to-day life. Okay, many services that are required in mobile also and in desktop applications also. Google processes 120 petabytes of the data per day. 120 petabytes. See how much huge. Actually, we let me clear about the data units here. We know a known unit is terabyte. That is 1024 GB is 1 terabyte. Okay, is that 1 TB, and 1024 terabyte is 1 petabyte. And likewise, 120 petabyte per day processing is done by Google. This statistics is there from February 2019, 2020. Sorry, February 2020. And again, after 10 months, it may have increased because now the number of users who are using internet, they are moving to internet, online. Everything is now everything online. Like, okay, so 120 petabytes per day data processing is done. You can just think of it, how processing power is that. And remember, in single second, 16 million information, 60 million users searches the information on Google services. Still then, Google services are the even fastest in the world than any other services. That's why they gain the reliability, and more customers are moving towards using the services of Google. Then come to Facebook. Facebook generates 80 terabyte of daily logs. Daily, 80 terabyte of the data is uploaded on the Facebook. Again, maybe this number is increased. Maybe it's going above 100 terabytes, and more number of users are now getting attracted toward the social media, social networking type Facebook. Okay, or if you consider the e-commerce organization eBay, which is having 16.5 petabyte of user data plus 150 terabytes per day, that amount of information that they are having on their site. So just think of it, and still their speed is not changed much. If you compare that with general data analytics ability, data storage abilities like mentioned over here, cost of the 1 terabyte hard drive is 400 rupees almost, you might be knowing. And if you want to process that data and store this data, so how much amount of the storage infrastructure, what's large storage infrastructure we require? Or if you want to consider it from the speed point of view, so if you want to read the 1 terabyte hard drive, and if you're having the speed of 100 mbps, so 3 hours are required to read that drive. In general, our laptop, our computer here. So you just think again, if they want to process petabytes of the data within few seconds, how it is possible? See, so the algorithm behind it are the part of data analytics, data science here. You might be knowing the largest website in the world hold highest amount of information there. Which website hold highest amount of information on their web server? It's YouTube. Okay, YouTube. So YouTube actually is the YouTube statistics I have shown over here. So we'll not go in detail, but remember that YouTube is having 1.5 exabyte of the data present on their web server. Exabyte is just above petabyte, you have zettabyte, and above that we are having exabyte of information present there. So if that amount of information is present, still then if you search something on YouTube, within few milliseconds that video will appear in front of you. How it is possible? See, the technology behind it again is very strong. very perfect, which is coming under the data analytics again, data science and machine learning. Different tools, techniques, algorithms are involved, available and present over here. Okay, there's one more terminology that you might have heard about. It's called as big data. Big data means huge amount of data. Basically, the terminology big data is described by three V's. Okay, volume, variety, and velocity. Volume, variety, and velocity. Volume means size of the data, huge amount of data. There is only specific limit, like above 1 TB, above 4 TB, above 10 TB data is big data. It's not like that. If it is not possible to perform operations with traditional approaches, then it is called as a big data. Volume. Second is velocity. Latency of data processing relative to growing demand of interactivity, like data is real time or non-real time. Real time data. Live data is analyzed, and that's also coming under the big data. And third is the variety. Data can be of any type. It can be of audio, video, images, textual, or documents like PDF, or databases like SQL. In combinations of all, we call it as a big data. Okay, if you see that pictorically, you just can check this out. We have velocity, real time, non-real time, then periodic batch, or data variety. What varieties of data are there? What volumes we have? KB, MB, GB, PB, TB, like going on. Now, so small data, general data, and big data. So two terminologies are used. Why big data I've introduced here? Because many times big data is processed by some different mechanism, distributed mechanism. So distributed systems are used to analyze and use the big data over there, and small data, they don't require that amount of it. But the principle that you apply on both of these are almost same. Okay. Now, considering about the data which is stored in our system, there are again variety of data that are present. Relational data that you might have heard about, tabular data, data stored in the form of a table, it's called as a relational data. Then text data, general data, like which is present on the web pages, like Wikipedia data that we have. Semi-structured data like XML, graphical data, or social networking data, streaming data. Different kind of data are present. Now, what exactly we do this with data? This we do with this particular data. So many operations are possible onto it. We can do aggregation, statistical operations onto it. Like data warehousing, also we collect data at central location. Even we can do some online analytical processing on that particular data. Okay, or we can do indexing, searching, querying, or keyword-based searching, or pattern matching on that data, and then we extract the result. The part of search engine is like that. They extract the data or results from the respective data and give the result to you on your web pages. Okay, so many operations are possible on that particular data, or even we can do KDD also, knowledge discovery in the data set, databases. Like statistical modeling can be done. Data mining operations can be. Data mining is converting data into information. Okay, that's what we call data mining. So all these common basic operation are possible on the data. That can be done by simple algorithms also. Simple direct algorithm, comparison algorithm, relational algorithm, we can form and we can generate the results out of it. But the operation that we do on the data are not limited with this particular scope. The scope is very wide. Different sort of algorithm are possible, and different mathematical statistical methods also applied to extract the data or extract the results from that particular data also. The terminology, what exactly the meaning of data science is. Okay, so it's an area which is used to perform management, manipulation, extraction, and interpretation of knowledge from huge amount of data. It's called the data science. So data science. So 4 operations are mentioned here, not limited with that 4, but these are the summarized core common operations are there. Management of data, manipulation in the data, extraction and interpretation of the knowledge from tremendous amount of the data. So that is called a data science. So obviously, remember, science is always a multidisciplinary field. If you consider about general science, we have multiple fields like chemistry, physics, biology. Okay, under again biology, we have zoology, botany, electron. Very small fields are also present in this. Social science also contains multiple fields. So similar to that, we are having a data science. Under data science also, multiple small streams are present. Okay, I'll show you what exactly the streams are available over here under the data science. Okay, and most important thing, the principles of data science are applicable to both small data and big data also. Whether you have small amount of data which is in KBs or data which is present in PBs, petabytes. On both of this data, the data science principles are applicable. Okay, now under data science, three important fields are present. As we have many theories and techniques from many field disciplines used to investigate, analyze large amount of data, and in various areas like science, engineering, economics, politics, finance, education. In all of these fields, data science is playing very important role. But data science is actually the combination of three different areas. Okay, combination of three areas. The first area is very important, that we are having computer science. Okay, computer science, the knowledge of programming, knowledge of visualization, databases, artificial intelligence, warehousing, that we require to understand the data science. Sometimes we require the core subjects of the system also, like operating system, networking. Not always they are required, but common idea is that which are connected to mathematics, mathematical ideas, and the databases, that we require to have the knowledge for the data science. The second field is the mathematics. Knowledge of maths is required if you want to work on data. Mathematical modeling, how the model is created, how it is applied, how it can be improved. That things, techniques, theories are required from mathematical point of view. And third is very important. You might have knowing also statistics. Okay, so part of data analytics, data science, we must require statistics. So probabilistic modeling, stochastic modeling, or the statistical modeling, this technique should be known. How this mathematical statistical model should be applied to that kind of the data, that you should be knowing. Okay, so for that purpose, we require the knowledge of mathematics and statistics also. So three fields, three different areas, they are combined together to form this name, data science. Okay, remember. Now, as I told you, it is multidisciplinary. Check out the disciplines which are present in the data science area here. Okay, so we are having visualization. Start with the visualization here. Then statistics, we are told about visualization means basically, see, visualization, why it's required. Two application areas are there. Before modeling created or after modeling is created, both we require visualization, because visualization is a summary of that data. Within few graphs we can see that. That's why visualization also plays very important role. Okay, within few okay, I'll show some of the example of visualization also today if possible. How it is, how graphs are generated, how they are used by different mechanisms there. Then statistics, I told already about it. Statistics modeling, data modeling is done with the help of the common, basic, and some advanced statistics also. Pattern recognition techniques. What pattern it follows, pattern it has. Using that pattern, you can do the prediction on that particular data. That is why pattern recognition required. Then natural language processing, NLP. The language that we speak, that can be analyzed with the help of the data science algorithms. Many techniques are like speech to text conversion, or text to speech conversion, or translating of the languages, understanding the context of the particular sentence, negativity, positivity, neutrality, like that we can find with the help of NLP. So it's a part of data science again. Then artificial intelligence. You can just see this diagram. Artificial intelligence only contains machine learning. So machine learning is the modified advanced artificial intelligence. We'll talk about it once the data science is over. See that. Artificial intelligence means giving the ability to be intelligent like human brain to the computer algorithms. And under that, we are having today machine learning algorithms by which the previous experience is used to perform the further predictions. That's what machine learning is. Okay. Then we have data mining, converting data into information. Then databases, data processing, like or use XML, JSON kind of files. So all there, the analytical part of the data science, they are presented there. And these are the common basic areas that data science is covering. With even if you go in machine learning, there is one more area called deep learning. Okay, deep learning means we are going to have the modeling, algorithmic modeling of human brain, and with the help of that you perform the predictions. That is what we call as deep learning. That's also possible. This is one of the area under the data science presented. Okay, now to learn the data science, some skills are required. Okay, these are the core skills. We'll go to technical skills also, general skills. Who can be the data scientist, a good or a perfect data scientist? What techniques we require? So he must be having the knowledge about the scientific methods. What is scientific methodologies? Science is having some methods present there. some rules, some configurations, some theorems. Okay, that knowledge also we require. Then mathematical knowledge, statistical knowledge we require. Advanced computing. Advanced computing will talk about the programming language like Python. The programming language which are used to perform advanced computing, okay, that's also we require to understand. Visualization technique also we require. Hacker mindset, many times that's required to understand, to find that it is wrong or right. Input, output are matching, but the things which are given in between, they are correct or not. Hacker mindset. We'll check that is algorithm is correct. Input output are matching, but the processing methodology is perfectly given or not, that's required to understand. Then domain expertise. Domain expertise means actually data science projects are not dedicated for a simple area there. In every area, if it is a manufacturing area, retail, healthcare, automobile, finance, commerce, arts, okay, almost everywhere data science applications can be used. So we require the knowledge of that also in that domain, because data is coming from that. Okay, for example, if I want to check whether the note, currency note is fake or not fake, can I use data science application to check it? Possible, but you need to understand image processing for that, how the note is actually manufactured, produced, and based on that you have to extract the properties of that image and then identify. Data science can be used to do that. Or can you predict that a particular customer will purchase that item or not? Possible, but you have to learn about the human psychology, and that we can embed into the data science. That's very interesting to see that expertise. But remember, no one can be perfect. Someone will work only on healthcare, someone will work only on automobile, someone finance sectors only, they will work on that data. So those who are having the data knowledge about the respective area, they can write an algorithm and perform the predictions based on it. Okay, that is domain expertise. And lastly, data engineering, handling using the data from the computer's way, that is called data engineering. Many things, SQL, NoSQL also performed and used under data engineering there. Okay, so this is what the skills, common skills that we require to understand over here. Now let's go for the workflow. Now when the projects in data science are created, there are 6 steps undertaken which are mentioned over here. 6 steps are there which are undertaken. First is business understanding. Understand for which business the data science project is created. Okay, tomorrow I'll show one small demo of it, how exactly this project is done, and these steps are followed over there. Understand the business, for which business we are creating the project. I was over here, that also to understand. The second is data understanding. Understand what data is present there. Okay, remember this is very also important to know what kind of data is there, what's a unit that is used to measure that. Then data importing. Data importing means data is present, but you have to import that in your data science project, your algorithm. So data can be of any type. It can be video type, image type, Excel file, CSV file, SQL file, NoSQL file, JSON file, XML file, anything. So we should have some mechanism to import that data in our code. Okay, remember, and after that only we can use that. The third step. Next is very important again, data cleaning and manipulation. We have to represent your data for that algorithm. Let's see if you want to apply a statistical algorithm on the data. And remember, statistics works only on the numbers. The data that you are giving input is in string format, character format. It will not work. So we have to convert that data into number format, numerical format. Okay, so we require manipulation of it. Or let's take an example. My algorithm require, or we understand the temperature in centigrade. So we have to convert the Fahrenheit temperature, and data set we can take Fahrenheit. So Fahrenheit to be converted into Celsius temperature. Only your algorithm can understand it. Like, or it's in gallon, we have to convert in liters. It's in miles, we have to convert in kilometers. Like conversion, okay, that can be done. Or we can make the deviation of all the data common also. Like many small data processing, manipulation, cleaning tasks are present. Data is also having missing entry, then what to do? Cleaning operations are required. So this is also the part of a data science. That's the 4th stage to do. And the 5th is very important. Machine learning and statistical modeling. we build a model on the respect to data, and then we create some predictive analytics project out of it, and finally we do the decision making, reporting, visualization, whatever you want to do. The sixth last step that is involved over here in the data science workflow. So in this, data science projects are actually created, and now maybe for first or second step we don't have to perform much operations. Today we will start with importing and cleaning manipulation. Two steps we'll cover, and last day we'll see last two steps. Okay, now let's some real life examples. Let's take a overview of it, where data science applications are actually used. The 10 applications are there. Common, almost every area you just think of it. Here I want to apply the data science. So how it is possible? So it's possible. It's possible everywhere. Real life applications, we can make use of data science application everywhere. In this also, different areas, I have taken one small example, and let's go proceed with this. See, you search something on Google, and within few milliseconds, millions of results are presented in front of you on the Google page. Check out the things which I've shown in the just highlighted it. Check it. So this number of results within this number of seconds. What do you think? Really, Google process that information within few milliseconds and gives results to you? Second, targeting advertisements. But you see such advertisements with Google AdSense. Okay, whatever you search on other tabs, so you get similar kind of advertisements on another web page there. Is it exactly correct? Means, is it how exactly they identifying the area of interest of you? Google AdWords. So person will get different ad, another person will get different advertisement. So their ads are not matching also. They're created as per your interest there. Remember, recommendation system. If you're watching some videos on YouTube, so you just can think on the right hand side, similar videos, similar genre videos will be shown there. Similar kind, similar category videos. So it is having possibility that you can watch that videos also. We can click on that in instant more and more amount of time on the YouTube web page. Or we can just see on Facebook also, people you may know or pages you may follow, suggested pages will be there. Twitter also, whom to follow, or on Netflix also, Amazon Prime also, or in others web series, you just can check the suggestions given to you. You can watch that. So the person will get involved more and more on your website. Recommendation systems are there. Data science applications are used. Or you can see the object detection system, image recognition. When you upload something on Facebook, Facebook automatically tags you that you are there in the picture. How they know it? Image recognition. Okay, part of data science. Voice recognition, speech recognition. You have entered something, you're speaking something in some language, so you can identify, convert that into a respective language. Google is strongly working on this area also. Yes, I'm using many services of Google. We are performing speech to text and text to speech, not only in English, but in every language possible to perform the similar operations. It's part of natural language processing actually. Now, computer games are also now connected with data science. Machine learning algorithms are now added, and they are dynamically changing the internal structures of it. Might have seen this person. Okay, Trivago. It's a price comparison website for hotels only. So like that, for different products also, different price comparison websites are there. They are built on the principal algorithms of data science. Okay, or airline route planning, very complex algorithm to catch it. Or fraud detection. Here we require the hacker's mindset. Whether something fraud happened in that system or not, we can find it as in the data science algorithm here. Or delivery logistic. If you have purchased something on Amazon's website or Flipkart, they show the prediction that this product will arrive at your end on this particular day within this particular time. And most of the time, the accuracy is perfect. Okay, delivery logistics. So there also we can use the algorithms of the data science. Remember that. Okay. Now, who is a scientist? Data scientist is actually the attractive job of 21st century. You can see on high number of jobs are available for data scientists, data analyst, machine learning. Many names are there, but they all are connected to the common name of data science. Okay. So they find stories, extract knowledge, and does the predictive analytics, predictions Now see, everyone is actually aware about it, or we are having the fantasy that what will happen in the future. 2020 is gone. Now what will happen in 2021? So we are interested in that. So basically, predictive analytics, something like that. It was happened previously. What will happen next? Predictions, accuracy of predictions can also be identified. So data scientists actually works on that kind of system, predictive analytics. Okay, now data scientists, so they are key to realize the opportunity presented in the big data. They bring structure to it, finding compelling patterns, and advise executives, management on implications of product, processes, and decision making. So data scientists actually act as a support system for the management of the company. What to do? Where we have to increase the production, decrease the production, or stabilize it, or perform any other operations on it, that you need to decide. So data scientists will do that particular task. Okay. Many areas are there where data scientists are required. Maximum they are now present in the security areas like national security, cyber security. We have business analytics also, engineering, healthcare, and many more. So in many areas we require the knowledge, or we require to get understanding of the data science there, and that will be perfectly used. Okay. Now the area or skill set, which is the technical skill set we're talking about, technical skill set now, which we require. Business, common things are there. Then machine learning and big data should be known. Unstructured data, what is unstructured data, what is structured data, what is machine learning, then what is big data processing, like or in mathematics technique like optimization technique, graphical modeling, Bayesian statistics, algorithm simulation, programming knowledge also, system admin, back-end programming, front-end programming, that's also we require. And most importantly, the core is statistics, where every different kind of studies are required. So we'll use that statistical algorithms on the data that we generally process with the help of your project. Okay. So there are technical skill set for the data science. Coming with the company, now see what are the rules present. So who works actually on the data science? Two areas I have created: data analyst, data scientist. So generally, to be a data scientist, at least 3 years experience required in industry. And data analyst, fresher can also be. So if you data analyst first, is what data analyst, business analyst, data architect, data engineer, SQL analyst, associate data center analyst. So all of their skills are almost same. And for data scientists also, different names are given, but their skills are machine learning engineer, or research data scientist, director analytics, big data scientist. So all these names are almost connected to each other. They are almost same. Okay, they are almost using similar kind of tasks. Okay, so data science, they are present. I've taken this data from the LinkedIn. So on LinkedIn also you can find this kind of information, what sort of jobs are available under the data science. And you see the data science growth from last several years, from 14, it's growing currently. Top 10 countries where data science and dentists are in demand: India, Brazil, Canada, France, Germany, India, Russia, Spain, UK, and US. If you see the total number of data scientists out of software engineers, it's also growing continuously. From 2011, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and today, almost more than 30% people, almost more than 30% people are now working on data science in the industry. Remember, so you can just check out the growth of data science here. And some of different few more organizations. So check it out. Now data science. Now, if you see the today's scenario, there are many different prime disciplines present. Discipline the area where highest amount of the data science applications are getting deployed, and which requires also there. Which are that? Machine learning, first area. Is artificial intelligence, next deep learning, natural language processing, the NLP part. Okay, so these are the areas now highest number of requirement for the engineers, for the developers present in the industries actually. Now let's go to the second area, which is important to understand and know in the data science, that is machine learning. Machine learning is an application of artificial intelligence that the ability to automatically learn and improve from experience being explicitly programmed. Without programming, can learn the things. Actually, how do we learn? Human, we learn from the experience, we learn from the observations. Okay, so similarly, we can give the experience observation to the computer algorithms, and the algorithm will learn from that. We'll create a statistical model, mathematical model of it, and based on that, we'll go to perform the further predictions, what will happen in future. So, machine learning from the developed computer that can access the data and use it to learn from themselves. Use it to learn from themselves. That's very important terminology. Or data, such as examples, direct experience, instructions, in order to look for the patterns in the data and make it better decisions in the future based on example that we provide. So basically, human learning process is converted in the form of a computer learning process. How do we learn? We learn from previous experience or observations. Same thing is applied to the algorithms also. But data should be perfectly created. So to make the better decisions, that learning is very important to know. So primary aim is to allow the computers to learn automatically without human intervention or assisted and adjust the actions accordingly. So here human intervention is removed. So it's like AI itself. Artificial intelligence also focus on the same. But for AI, it is not mandatory to have the previous experience there. Machine learning focus on the previous experience to proceed further. Now see, some examples like we have recorded some information from observable environment. Like for example, just let's take an example that you might be knowing when the Halley's comet is visible, when we can see the Halley's comet. So after a gap of 76 years, Halley's comet it can be observed in space. Okay, it was seen first, previously in 1986, before that 1910, and now after 1986, after 76 years, we can see the Halley's comet again. How they identified it? Because there is a pattern present in that. That pattern is identified, and after that we use that pattern to perform the predictions. Like when the next solar eclipse will happen, lunar eclipse will happen. How do we know that? Because patterns are common. Computer algorithms actually focuses on identification of that patterns. Okay, focuses on identification of these particular patterns, and when the pattern identification is done, we can do the further operation. We can perform the further operation of the predictions on that. Okay, so that is what the machine learning actually works. Machine learning performs that particular operations, and observations are used to perform predictions. Three things are there that machine learning actually works on. So as we have seen, we are going to prediction based algorithms. So machine learning is a field of study interested in development of computer algorithms for transforming data into action, data into intelligent action. That is what machine learning is actually used. Now that intelligent action generation is done by three angles. So there's a triangle present here. With the help of that triangle, we can build the ML algorithms here. The first of that triangle is available data. Which data we use that experience, use that data. Based on that, we create a statistical method. We apply the statistical methods, and using the computer algorithms, computing power, like programming language, we build your project, your model. So data is compulsory. Statistical method we decide which was to apply based on the available data. And with the help of programming, computing power, we generate the algorithm and create a machine learning model on it. Okay, so the three things which are involved in machine learning are just shown over here. We'll work on data, then we'll work on statistical methods, and we already seen the computing power, that is a programming language here. Okay, so few more examples of machine learning. Like, can I predict the outcome of elections? Yeah, prediction of outcome of election possible. Can do that. Or identification and filtering a spam message from email. When the email comes to your mailbox, whether that email is spam or not spam, that we can find with the help of machine learning. Or you can see foresee the criminal activity. What the crime is, what this crime will happen, when it will happen, or who will do that. So serial killing, that can be identified by this. Automating the traffic signals according to the road conditions. Traffic signal according to road conditions. Okay, so traffic signal according to the road conditions means Wherever the traffic flow is high, there we will have maximum amount of the flow. Okay, maximum amount of the flow will be there, and just inverse to that we can perform the operations of controlling it, or produce financial estimate of storm, natural disaster, examining customer churn, or creating the autopiloting planes and auto driving cars, like likewise. So predictive analytics that can be done with the help of the machine learning algorithms. Okay, predictive analytics is very important part which is done with the help of the machine learning algorithms there. Okay, how actually machine learns? So let's see the example. This concept we generally call it as a training a data set. Machine learning. How do machine learns? The process of fitting, check this out, particular model to a data set is known as training. So training is actually done in the machine learning algorithms, and after that a statistical model is created. Okay, let's see one example I just mentioned here. This is one of the observations. My observation, not mine, it's Newton's observation. Right? The apple is falling from a tree, and he has recorded that data in this way. When time was this, velocity, time, velocity, time, velocity, time, velocity, like that, identified it. And using this data, okay, combining all together, a model is formed. That model is the gravitational constant that we or Newton has identified from that. Now this model is created. Now afterwards, when time is 10, accordingly velocity can be found, because I know this. G is equal to 9.8 meter per second square. So what similarity is present between input and output that will be built in the form of a model, mathematical model, statistical model. Once it is identified, then we can, next time when the time is 10, as I told, we can identify what can be the velocity present here. Using this model, using 9.8 meter per second square, we can identify the velocity when the time is changing. This is what exactly the machine learning actually works. Training the data set will be done, and we can perform the predictions based on it. Okay. So there are 5 steps present in machine learning also. You collect the data, you explore and prepare the data, then we train the model on the data. Okay. Then we evaluate the performance of that, means it is working perfectly or not, how much accuracy it is having. And likewise, we can apply some methods to improve the performance of the model, improve the model performance. Okay, that can be done. Fine. So there are 3 types of machine learning present. Algorithms are available, like supervised learning, unsupervised learning, and reinforcement learning. Supervised learning is a method to perform the predictive analytics. Predictions are done by supervised learning. Then unsupervised learning is not containing a prediction. It is just creating a groups within the data. That's called as unsupervised learning. And reinforcement learning is like award-based learning is there. The algorithms which are having ability to react, okay, which are having ability to react on the particular environment. Okay, it's a part of something advanced machine learning also there. Let's see supervised machine learning. Let's take an example. Some data is given as input. Pictures are given. See this one. These are the pictures are given as input to the algorithm. So machine learning will try to identify the cat and non-cat, just like here I have mentioned here. I want to do the prediction, like whether this image is a cat or a non-cat, means other animal is there. So it can check it out. Machine is present here. So some animals are given. Machine has identified the model to check, to find that particular picture is a cat or not a cat. So it can identify it and will identify that particular, this image is cat or not, this image is cat or not, this image is cat or not. Like, so what are the classification system? Supervised machine learning is there. Okay, just to like, we are having unsupervised learning also. Unsupervised learning is given inputs here, and it creates the groups within the data. Okay, so for example, some 6 images are given here, and based on this similarity notion, machine learning will check the groups, will create different groups of it. So first group is this, these are the dogs, similar groups, and these 3 are the cats. So similarity notion, first group, second group, these groups are similar, these groups are similar. This is called as the unsupervised learning. Unsupervised learning is just to create the groups within the data. Remember, just groups are created within the data, and accordingly we will use that data to perform other operations. Remember, okay, unsupervised learning. And again, technically speaking, there are many different algorithms present under the supervised and unsupervised learning. Supervised learning, we have classification, many algorithms, you can see the names here. And unsupervised learning, regression, again, many names. And then in clustering technique, unsupervised learning, we have many more algorithms present here. So a very huge category of algorithms are present under the machine learning system. So tomorrow I'll show one example of regression, one example of classification technique, and if possible, I'll show clustering technique also, how it is implemented with the help of the algorithms. Okay, now programming a data science, when you have to do the programming on the data science. So what programming language are preferred by data scientists around the world? So Python is preferred by 47% of developers. R is the second language in data science, 21% users, then SQL, then Java, then Scala, JavaScript, Julia, and others are used. Okay, so just to introduce with the data science and machine learning, I just shown this presentation. So I hope that you got a common basic idea about data science, and now we'll proceed further with the practical applications of it, the thing that we have learned in Python. Now I'm going to extend it to practical knowledge of data analytics first. Today we'll see data analytics and somewhat visualization of the data, and means data importing and data manipulation, data using, that things, how it is done actually in the programming, that we will see step by step what kind of data sources and the things are present over here. Okay, so let's continue with practical applications. I'll just close my presentation. Okay, yesterday I told about the Anaconda. Under the Anaconda, we are having some IDs. So out of that, one of the IDE is Jupyter Notebook. I'll just open my Jupyter Notebook. Once you install the Anaconda, you will get the Jupyter Notebook installed in your system. Okay, by default, Jupyter Notebook will be available in your system. And once it's installed, how to use it, how to perform operations with that, I'll show you. I'll open my Jupyter Notebook, just a minute, and then we'll work on common basic data analytics here, because it shows at a time only one window here. Now, let's see. So when you open the Jupyter Notebook, you can see the ID is present something like that. Okay, for first time, when you install Anaconda, we'll get Jupyter Notebook. Install it. You can just go to your Windows Start menu and here one option is present called as New. When I click on New, Python 3 will automatically appear. Click on that, and a new Python 3 project we can create under Jupyter Notebook. Okay, so here single cell of execution is a new file will be opened, and you will get something like this, cells. And just like yesterday we have seen, if I want to execute the programs of Python here, so I'll write my Python code and I'll press Shift Enter. So that line, single line of execution is there. We can get the output of that particular line on the screen in this way. See this one, print hello world. So hello world is printed on the screen. So likewise, we just go on executing this program step by step, and immediately you can see the output of the respective program, respective line on the screen here. Okay, now let's start with the first part, business understanding, data understanding. So for what particular business you have created that, I'll not go in detail about it. We'll directly go to the data operation, how exactly data handling is done inside your Python program that we are going to see now. So let's see, few questions are there that we'll talk about, and then we'll go perform operations with this data. Okay, now see, if you want to do any kind of analytics on data, so you require first thing is data. Do we have the data with us? For example, I want to check the literacy rate of different state of India last 100 years. So I require the data for that, but where I can get this data? Or I want to check that a particular player, cricketer, has played or has scored how many runs playing against a respective team in second innings. So I require previous data. Where can I get this data? Or I want to check total number of forest fires around the world in different countries, how much amount of area it has covered, and based on that you have to find a solution onto it. Or I want to check the level of seas, how it is rising from last several years across the globe for different oceans. Where can I get this data? Or where I want to see the number of tigers in India in different sanctuaries, how they are changing. I want to do analysis on it. So where can I get this data? Many questions are there. Data is important. So we need to understand the data source first. From where you will get the data. If you are working on a data science project, the data is very important. That you have to get an authenticated source. From that you can get the data, and then you can do the analysis onto it. Even for any statistical modeling, ML modeling, mathematical modeling, or data science operation, data is very important. If data is not there, machine learning is zero, not used. Data analytics is also completely based on the data. You can have your own data source also. You can collect your own data. For example, you have to do performance analytics of your students. You're having that data with you. Okay. But if it is not present, then what are the sources where we can get the data? Okay, I'll show few of the sources where the authenticated data is present. Okay, you can just check it out. The first is UCI machine learning repository. The link is also shown over here, archives.ics.uci. 59 data sets are now available on this site. Data set. Out of it, these are the popular data set. You can see this one on this side, top 10, iris, adult, wine, breast cancer, heart disease, wine quality, bank marketing, like all. See, data sets are present over here. And we can use this data to perform machine learning data analytics operations onto it. These are the newest data set you can see presented here. Okay, and according to kind of algorithm also you can check it out. See, if you go to explore all data sets here and see what data sets are available, yeah, these are authenticated. Many researcher uses the data from this website. You can go to IEEE explore also. There also many are authenticated, and they are giving the references to these data source also. See what category is presented, classification or recommendation, clustering, like all that things are shown over here. Okay, remember this. So this is one of the source, one of the important source of the data present here that we can use, UCI machine learning repository. Along with that, there is one more website called as Kaggle. Okay, Kaggle is Google's repository actually, where we can use your Google account to search for the data sets. It's open actually. Everyone can upload your code, even any analysis operation that you have done. You can see it over. This is Kaggle. I'm having my Google account. You can see data here and different kind of data sources, data sets we can get it from here. Just think about this. I want to do the analytics on that, and maybe most of the time data is available over here. These are the public data sets that you can see. Check this. Okay, see. HR analytics, job change of data scientist. Okay, access to computer from home CD. See, many are there that we can use data sets. Now coming to Government of India's data set. Okay, Government of India data set. So there's a repository that they have created called as data.gov.in. This is, see, they have created that under Digital India. You can see that almost all the areas, 174 departments of central government, they are present there. You can see total number of resources are 4,63,000. They are present, and you can download from there. Just click on any data set. So here, water drinking, and see, it's presented. Transport, length of national highway is also present here. Economy, see, statewide GDP that we can see, and many more. That many data information that we can see. Not only that, even some special websites are also present that where data is available. Like if you want to have the soccer information, like football information, so that also you can get from one of the website, or cricket information. ESPN has created one website called as Cricket. There also you can get a data sets. Or if you want to have movies information, IMDb you can use to get information of movies. Like all of the data sets are available. You can download it. After downloading, you can import that file in the code. And before that one, most important part that we need to focus on is that which are the useful files where data sets are actually stored. Now remember, the highest number of data sets are present and stored into CSV format, comma separated values. CSV format. Why CSV? Okay, that also I'll show practically. More than 90% data sets in this all website that I have shown. On UCI, every data set is in CSV format. Some are image also, but where the image are required. But textual data is stored in CSV format. CSV, not Excel. Okay, maybe knowing CSV is compatible with Excel format, but CSV format is preferred and chosen there. Then some may be present in JSON format. JSON is a special NoSQL kind of format is there where key value pages are used to store the data inside it. That's the dictionary that we have seen yesterday. Okay, and image will be PNG. PNG are preferred most of the time where data can be saved. Okay, so if you download that here also, this website also which I have shown here, data.gov.in or UCI ML repository or Kaggle, almost all data sets are present in CSV file format. So analytics will see from CSV point of view today how to do that, how to import that particular file and then use that particular data using your Python code. So let's go to check it. So these are the sites that we can use. Even few more are also there. Just check it out, data.world. This is also one of the websites where you can download the data sets for different see, you can check it out. See, all they are present. Or if you go to Quandl, it's one more financial data sets that we can see on Quandl's website, quandl.com. On this website, you can see financial data, e-commerce, or all related to economics that we can see over here. Quandl, QUANDL.com. So these are the sources that we can get the information about the data sets. And see, these are the Quandl. Fine. So I'll just close all. Check it out. Yeah, and we will continue with our data set. So for this application of using the data analytics, I am using Python package as pandas. The name is like pandas. Pandas is a special package to do data analytics using Python. Okay, so using your data inside the code, performing some operations onto it, analytical operation, visualization operation, all they are possible with that. So for performing basic core analytics, data analytics, I require 4 packages to use. The first package is NumPy, which is numerical Python. Okay. Second package is pandas, which we called as for data analytics. The analytics is done by pandas. Third package is matplotlib, and there is one more package called as Seaborn. It's for visualization. Okay, and the last, that is scikit-learn. Okay, this is used for the machine learning, and many more are there. Data operations, many data operations are done with the help of the scikit-learn also. Okay, so 5 packages actually which are required for that: numerical Python, data analytics pandas, then matplotlib, Seaborn, and scikit-learn. So these 5 packages we require to use in our system. Okay, but how to install that? When you install Anaconda, so these packages, external packages already present in Anaconda, and if they are not upgraded version, so we have to install that. So let's see, I'll show the command. I've given an exclamatory mark over here, and there's a command called as pip. Pip is a Python installer package. So pip install, and give a name to it, numpy minus u for upgrade. If previous version is available, upgraded version will be downloaded from the net and will be installed. So pip install and package name that you have to provide. So this is the way in Python which is follow to install the packages, external packages, libraries that we use. Yesterday I have shown one website called as pyp.org, okay, where all of these packages are present and they are available, so that we can use from there also. Okay, that packages we can use to install. Okay, pip install numpy minus u. So just like that, other packages also you can install. Pandas, all name I can give to it. Matplotlib, then Cbon. Okay, and scikit-learn also, that also we can install. So in this way you can install all of these packages at a time in your system. So it is collecting. See, current upgraded version of pandas is available 1.2.0. I'm also having already package with me, but upgraded version is now available. That's why it is downloading from the net and it can be installed in my system by this particular method, which is used for data analytics, as I mentioned there. So today I'll show how to use NumPy and how to use the pandas also. See, it's matplotlib is already installed, showing that Cbon downloaded, and many more packages. You can see that. See, all they are installed. Yeah, previous is uninstalled and successfully installed is 1.2.0. See, this is the way that we can use to install all the packages. So 5 packages which we require to perform. In this way we can use it. Now I will continue of using the NumPy package now. NumPy. Yesterday we have seen some data structures: list, tuple, set, and dictionary. Now all of these data structures actually can store different kind of the data inside it. But in case of data analytics, we require something like the data structure which can store the data of same type, So remember, if you are knowing, okay, if you are knowing C and Java, you might have heard about the concept of array. So array is not there in Python. We require this array for multiple number of times. Okay, we require the array for multiple number of times. So to use the array, we have to use NumPy package over there. Let's see, I'll show you the array, which is very regularly required in data analytics and machine learning operation in Python. So let's see this one. First of all, when you have to create the array, we have to import the NumPy. Yesterday, as we have seen the last session, how to add the module, import the modules. Here, after installation of NumPy, I can use the NumPy module also just by importing. Import NumPy. So NumPy is very big name. So generally, data scientist uses a short name to it. It's called as NP. Okay, a short name will be used. It is like NP. Check this out. NumPy as NP. And now, if I want to create the array, so I can use the methods from the NumPy, like NP dot. Many functions are present inside it which we can use to perform array. Okay, NP dot array, and give some. See, I'll just put it into X. Array is created, and one more thing, same value I will put. Same values I'll put into Y. You can see that. So we have seen yesterday, I just shown you Y. Now see, X and Y is created. If I'm printing X, see how it is printed, and when I'm printing Y, so comma is given. So it signifies that this is array and this is a list. This is array and this is a list. Okay, array and list. Two things are shown over here. Just a minute. It's not getting closed. See, array and list are there. So most of the time in data science, data analytics, we require array should be present. So array is not by default available. To use the array using this NumPy package here, and many functions are there that NumPy actually uses. I'll show you. See, one more thing. Now let's make some changes in it. I'll make this as 6.8. Okay, and here also it is 6.8. So as I told that array is collection of same element. So execute this. You can see this. Now X all are converted to floating point format. 0 is not mentioned there, but it is 0.0. They are float now, but your list is not changed because list is a combination of same kind of the data. Okay, and array is a combination of same kind of data, and list is a dissimilar kind of data there. You can just observe that, and if I make one of them is string, and now see, all array element are become string, because it is compulsory that array should be of same type. It will not show any error like C or Java. It will automatically convert other type to that. Now you can see it was integer to float, now float to string. But sorry, here also you need to put hello. See, list is a list. This is the array. We use for list, similar array also. The prime difference is that just yesterday we have seen the difference between tuple and list. Tuple is immutable and list is mutable. So array is also mutable, but it is a collection of same kind of the data. Okay, that's why to use the array operation, perform the array operation, this numpy package, the numerical Python package is used here. Okay, so that's why we imported the numpy. Many more functions are there. I'll show you the functions which we can use. np dot. I just given a tab. Automatic suggestions are there. You can see the functions which I can use on it. See that. NumPy. Take an example. For example, I want to generate a list of elements. So a range function is there from 12 to 45. See, to 25. Sequence is created. Likewise, many such functions are present that I can apply to work on, and performing the common operation on array is possible with the help of the numpy package. So numpy is very importantly is one of the layer applied to scikit-learn, applied to pandas, applied to matplotlib also. Come with the second package, that is pandas, data analytics, common basic data analytics, which will be done by using pandas. Now today I will show you how to do the analytics on the CSV file. But before that, I have to create a CSV file here. Let me show you how to create a CSV file. A small CSV file we can create by your own, or you can download from the net also. Okay, download from the net also, which the website which I have shown, on that website many CSV files are present that we can download from there. Okay, so just a minute. I have created my CSV file already. Okay, already a CSV file is present with me, so I'll just a minute. I'll just show you first, and then we perform the operation on that. Check this. So information about the student I have created, and I have saved that in the CSV pandas. So data scientist uses it as the name with PD. Import pandas as PD. Okay, and this pandas is containing many different functions, different classes, different data structures also, that we will work to do common basic analytics on this CSV file here. So I have saved my CSV file in my current working directory. But remember, most of the time when any particular person start with using this particular analytics operation, so they are actually confusing where to save the file. What is my current working directory? So get your current working directory in OS package. There is a command called as get wd or cwd. Yeah, get cwd. Yeah. With the help of this, you can see your current working directory. I have opened my Jupyter notebook, and you can see that it's like that. os.get cwd current working directory. So in this folder, I'm using Linux. That's why the Linux path is shown over here. In Windows, maybe you're having C drive, then documents folder, users, then documents, and then something like that folder is there. That is your current working directory for Jupyter notebook. There you have to save this file. Okay, so this is my location where I have saved my file, and after that I will import that data in my code. Okay, the first phase of data analytics is importing the data. So let's see that data is equal to pd dot. So pd is a package name pandas dot. So I'm accessing a function to do operations with that. Read. Now see, auto suggestions are there. This is like ID. That's why auto suggestions are given there. How many different kind of files you can read? Check this out. CSV, Excel, Feather. See, many different file formats are there that I can use here. Out of it, CSV is very common. Then it comes to Excel. Then HDF. HDF is data. It's a distributed file format on the Hadoop, which is used. HTML, JSON also very commonly used file. And sometimes when we have to read SQL table, means data is stored in MySQL or Oracle SQL or MS SQL. If you want to read from that, so you can use this SQL table also. Okay, so currently I'm using read CSV. Okay, and here you have to give a path to your file student.csv. Data is read, whatever size is there. Remember, it doesn't work. Don't worry about it. Whatever size, lakhs of entries, crores of entries, will perform the operation. But will take some time to perform it. Remember, see, and now data, print it. See this. The CSV file which is shown to you, I have imported with the help of the read underscore CSV function. See, okay, and just can check the output. I have printed that on the screen. Data, all the columns, rows that we can see, and now on this data, any sort of operation is possible. You just think of it. I want to do this. I want to change it. I want to remove it. I want to add it, merge it, append it, insert it, delete it. Any kind of operations are possible onto it. Okay, now this data structure, this is a special data structure created, and that data structure is called as data frame. It's a table representation of the CSV file or any kind of file. Not only that, in Excel also it's represented in the form of a table. This is called as a data frame. If you see the type of the data that we have read, it is the object of class data frame. pandas.core.frame.data-frame. See this. pandas.core.frame.data-frame. So data frame is a class whose object is this. So as it is a class, I can directly apply the methods. More than 450 methods are there that I can apply on that data variable, data frame. So data frame is the data structure created to represent the table in single variable, where column are containing a names, row also contain the name, but row names are unique. Row names are not duplicated. Names are number. Basically, numbers are given. You can just observe that 0, 1, 2, 3 onwards. The numbers are mentioned here. And here the names are there. Names of the columns are present. Now, let's perform some operations onto it. From data analytics point of view, what we require before applying any ML algorithm, predictive analytics algorithm, unsupervised learning, any kind of algorithm, we have to analyze the data. Requirements are many. Not many requirements are there. For example, see, I want to find a deviation of that data. I want to set the range of the data. For example, which is the minimum age and maximum age. What's that? Whether data is time series, increasing according to time, decreasing according to time, constant, and many more. Let's see few of them, not all. Few of them I'll show you how to perform with this. Now I want to check how many rows and columns are present over here. See how many rows and columns. So data dot, okay, shape. See, number of rows and columns are, number of rows are 10, number of columns are 5. You can see that how many number of rows and columns these respective data is containing, that you can see on output. Okay, and I want to see the names of the column. Which most of the time what happens? See, these are the names of the columns. Most of the time what happens? The person is giving some wrong names, like he has given a space before or after of this name. So that will be observed over here. Maybe here it is not seen whether there is a space present before or after or not. Here you can see that, and you get confused that I'm accessing roll number, but it's not accessing. Why? Because after roll number you give a space. Space is the character. Okay, before roll number you are given a space. That may happen. So to observe that, we are going to have columns variable here. With the help of this variable attribute, you can see the names of the columns present here. Okay, and if you just check, use the auto suggestions. See, the list of all these functions can be seen. Check this. Many such 450 functions are present that I can apply on the respective data frame. Okay, so this is the way that we can use the data. Common problem. Many more are there. Now let's see the first task. I want to separate the columns in different variables. See, in machine learning, we have seen that. Let's revive the concept of Newton's table, which I have shown there. Velocity and time. Okay, velocity and time, which both were mentioned over there. Now, in that particular case, I want to separate first column in one variable and second column another variable. So when you apply machine learning algorithm, you have to separate input and output. Separate it. They are combined together. I want to separate these columns, or I want to separate the rows. That can be done by using some methods. Some ways are there that we will generally follow to perform operations with. Let's see how to do this one. This is we call as a indexing and slicing. In list and tuple, we have seen that indexing 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 number we can see to access the respective element from there. Here also same methods are there, but there is a small changes present. We have to use iloc attribute to do this. ILOC. Iloc means index location or integer location also. Iloc. So what you have to access? Which rows and which columns? That you have to mention before and after. Before comma, we have to mention the rows. After comma, you have to mention the columns. So here, for example, row number 2 to row number 7, you have to access. 7, remember row number 2 to row number 7. Row number 2 to row number 7. So remember 8 is given, but last is not considered. 8, 2 to 7, and column number 1 to column number 4. See this. Extracted. We have extracted information from the data.iloc 2 to 8, 2 to 7, and 1 to 4. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Only that rows are extracted. Comma, column number 1. Column number 0 is roll number, which is not taken over. You can check it out. Then 1, 2, 3, 4. So if I want only till 3, see this. They are extracted and they are printed on the screen. Even I can save in a variable also. See, extracted and saved in variable X, and then we have printed that is on the screen. See this one. Okay, so X is also a data frame which is extracted from original data variable here. Okay, so the things which I mentioned here, see the output now. If I want second number column onwards all, so I not mentioned the upper bound. 2 colon, nothing is mentioned. Till end it will go. 2 to 9 is still end, and 1 to 4. And if I have not mentioned this, 2 onwards all the rows and 2 onwards, 1 onwards all the columns, they are considered over here. See, by this example you can check this. Fine. And see, I want this till 7th row and 1 to 4 column till 7th row. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 till 7th row only we have taken. Means here lower bound is not given. From where you have to start, it's not mentioned. So from means directly will start from 0, and end is not given. Till end it will go. If upper bound is not given, will directly go till end. 1 to 4. Now see, I want all the columns for row number 2 to 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All the columns are taken. Column automation. Columns are kept empty. Okay. Or if I want all the rows till 7 and all the columns, so 0 till 7 only it will come in. It's coming actually 0 to 7, and all the columns are considered in it. Okay. So as per your requirement, you put that numbers from here to here. Okay, and extract the data. Fine. Row number and column numbers are given, and both are not compulsory actually. If you want all of them, see that. So colon is a sequence operator, slice operator actually we call. It's just like a slice itself. Okay, sequence is generated by using that slice operator. We can see all the data is extracted from here. Now I want exact individual row. For example, row number 4 I want. Row number 4, all the columns I want. See, this is row number 4. Colon is not given. Single number is given. 4 row, comma, colon means all the columns and row number 4. Correct. Data.iloc. And I want exactly one column. See, one column is array. Compulsory. It is array. all the rows, and column number 2. Column number 2 is a class. All the rows, comma, column number 2. So instead of this column number, if I want to have a names, these are names. But remember, data type is different here. Data type is different. It is not actually array. It is different. I'll show you what data type it has. All the rows, column number 1, which is extracted from here. Okay, all the rows and column number 1. Okay, I can save that in a variable. See, in X I have saved it, and if I am, see here I am extracting only single column. Now I will extract a set of columns. Okay, here single column is extracted, exactly one column I extracted and stored in X, that is name, and one column onwards all columns are extracted and saved in Y. Now if you see the type of X is a series. Remember, series again one more data type, data structure, which is used here in data analytics. Series is collection of same kind of the data, same kind of the data. Important thing is that it is immutable. Array is also collection of same kind of data but mutable. Mutable is changeable. And series also the object same kind of data but it is immutable. You can't change the content of series. Data frame is changeable but series is not changeable. Okay, now Y is collection of multiple data elements, that is data frame, and series is single column, it is single column. So series object is present there. Okay, so like that. So series is a collection. So data frame is a collection of equal length series. One column is a series, and if you combine all together, we'll got a data frame. We'll get a data frame. Fine. So these are the two more data structure which are introduced in pandas and which we regularly require in data analytics. Okay, series and data frame. Okay, so these are the way that we follow to extract it. Now let's go again more in detail. So data.iloc, exact value I require. Row number 5, column number 2. Or let's have a name of roll number 6, Aisha. Okay, row number 5, column number 1. This way you can extract it. A series can also be assigned. So as per your requirement, you can extract that data from there using the iloc. And even many more are present. Like exactly, see, I want random numbers there. Random. I want row number 3, 8, and 9. Okay, comma. Column number 1 and 6. Sorry, 6 is not there. 1 and 4. See. Row number 3, 8, and 9. See, it's given in the list format, comma. So in before first comma, one list is there. After that comma, again another list is there. Okay, so two lists are present over there. Fine. Two lists are there. First list is a list of rows. Second list of columns. Now see, 3, 8, and 9 rows and 1 and 4th column. That again. Randomly also, it doesn't. It's not required to have the sequence also. Randomly can also be given. So these facilities are given to extract the data as per your ideas. Now one more thing, we can extract the data according to names also. So for that, lock is used. Data.lock. Row contain numbers. So all the rows, comma, name. Exactly name column I extracted. Lock, LOC, location. So name of the column can be given. Name of the columns can be given, and you can see this column names is name, and the data is extracted. You can see that it here on the screen. Yeah, fine. Now if I want multiple columns, so give a list of column names. List here, list is coming again. Here I'm providing a list, name, comma, age. See all the rows, comma, columns, name and age. So here application of name and age, because see most of the time what happens, it's very difficult to remember the numbers rather than names. If some data sets are there contain 30 columns and you want to extract specific columns there, so instead of remembering the number, you can easily remember the names. So use the names there by this method. Okay, and here also you can specify which rows you want. 5 onwards all rows, 5 onwards all the rows, name and age I want. So Ayesha 20, Amar 19, Amrita 23, Amol 20, and Amol 21. Fine. Okay, so this way can extract. And one more thing, if you want all the rows, so that lock is also not required. All the rows and specific columns, the data of name. Name, now just like yesterday we have seen dictionary kind of things which are used here. So data frame can also extract the columns by the column names by this method. And you can see the output presented here. And if I want multiple columns to be extracted, so data of name, again give a list of all. So here I will provide a list of name, comma, age, comma, marks. See, list of column names are given. All the rows, only that 3 columns. Without giving numbers, I can directly assign the names also to access it. Even one more method is there, not by square bracket. You can use a dot operator also. Data dot. Data dot name or data dot age. See this. Fine. So this way you can extract the element. Okay, extract the element, and you can save that in another variable x, y, z, whatever you want to save it. Now one more thing, sometimes you want to access the data, like for example in this whole data I don't want class. Okay, I want roll number, name, marks, and age. I don't want class. So you can write 0, 1, 3, and 4. That is okay. But if data is very long or very large and in between some columns you don't want, that also facility is present there. That is called a drop method. What you have to drop? Class. Sorry, wait. We'll start with row first because it will be easy to understand in that case. See, see, I don't want row number 3, except that all information I want. So directly I write 3. See, row number 3 is not considered here. All others are taken. 3 is not present. 2 and 4 directly are assigned. It's not, remaining rows are not taken. Check this out. Fine. 3, third number row is not taken. And if I want to drop multiple rows, again list of rows should be given. Sorry, it's 4, 6, and 9. I don't want it. So 4, 6, and 9 are not shown over here. Remaining others are taken in consideration. Randomly you can drop it, and remaining others row we can use for performing analytical operations onto it. That is what the drop method does. And now it is working on rows. Now I want to work on columns. As I told initially, I want to work on columns. So to work them on columns, I need to change the axis. So 2 axes are there, horizontal, vertical. By default, drop method uses the horizontal axis, means rows only. If I want to make it vertical axis, so if I want to perform operation of it on the I want to perform operation it on the column. So I have to change the axis in that case. I have to change the axis. So how to change the axis? So data dot drop. What you have to delete? Class. And there's a parameter that I can pass, axis. By default, axis parameter contain value 0. Now see, axis 0 is the horizontal axis, 1 is the vertical axis for drop method. So see now, class is dropped from here, and you can see remaining other 4 are taken in consideration. So you put your requirement, according to that you can extract the data and you can use it for further processing. Okay, so column and rows we can extract and can perform operations onto it in this particular way. So some more manipulation operations are there. Let's continue with that. See, some collaborative operation also help us to do data analysis more effectively. For example, I want to see the structure of this particular data structure. So there's a method called as the info that we can use. See, info. What is the range index? Means we'll start from 0 to 9. How many columns? 5. What's the roll number 1? Roll number is containing integer data type 64, integer 64 bit. Name is object. Object means everything can be there. Object is the superclass of all the classes. If you know in Java, same concept is there. Superclass of all the classes is object here also. So object means everything. Name. String is generally considered as object. Class is object. Marks is float 64. Age is integer 64. In summary, we are having this. In summary, we have this amount of memory usage. Fine. Info. And if I want to summarize all the statistical properties of that particular elements, so we can use the summary method here. Sorry, describe. Summary is in R. See, describe. Only numerical elements are taken here. Roll number, count, mean, standard deviation, minimum. Okay. Then 25 first quartile, second quartile, third quartile. Okay. Second quartile is actually the median values. Third quartile and the maximum values. Statistical properties we can see by the describe method. Okay. So I can do them individually also. I want to check them individually. That's also possible. Just like, for example, df dot. You can use any one of them. Count. Non-null elements. Sorry. Data. Not df. Okay. Non-null element. Total count. Total number of elements which are not null. Not missing. That we can see here on the screen. 10, 10, 10, 10, 10 each. Data dot max. Maximum of every column. Roll number max is 10. Ayesha is okay, according to the alphabetical ordering. This is checked. Class is T. Marks. Age. Every individual columns max. Mean. Minimum. Sorry. Average. Yeah, sum. This is very interesting. Series. Addition of all the elements. Now, mean is applied. MEAN is applied to only numerical element, and sum is applied to all the elements. Where we have seen yesterday also. String can be concatenated to other strings like this. Fine. Sum. If I want to check the standard deviation, only numerical element now, standard deviation. Or I want to check the correlation matrix. Numerical elements only. Correlation. If you are knowing statistics correlation, this is using Pearson correlation here. With the help of that now, marks and roll are correlated which are with 25% positively. Okay. Or marks and age are connected together 7% only negatively. Or roll number and age are connected to each other by 1.4% only positively. Correlation matrix. And one more thing that we can identify from here is that I have applied the method to whole column. It is okay. Whole data frame, but I can apply it to single column also. How? See, data of marks dot max. So data of marks we know it is a marks column only, and applying a method to that column only, marks column only. You can see 78.66. This number of that is the average of all the element present inside the marks column. Okay, remember that. Okay, for everything, like just like I don't want that. I want a median, middlemost element. Or I want see class. We'll go to class and you can see the mode. Mode means the most frequent element. Yeah, both are most frequent. 5 times B and 5 times T is there. Most frequent element in that. That is mode. So this method we can easily apply it and get a task done like this. And based on that, we will decide what operation to do, what operation to perform on it. Okay. Now we have seen the concept according to the column names and numbers we extracted, but according to values also we can extract it. According to values means what? Like I want to access the information about the student who are having first class. Okay. Information about the students who are having first class only. So check this out. Just a minute. First class. So data, there is a concept called a Boolean filtering. Data of what we have, marks greater than 60. See, filter will be generated. True and false. Okay. True and false, true, false, whatever you have. This combination. Where the condition is matching, it called the true. Where it's not matching, it's showing false. Fine. Now we'll go here and use this as a filter. Data wherever the condition is matching, true is there, that row is extracted. See, and you can see it on the screen here. So where the condition is matching, that data is extracted, and you can see this. Fine. And not only that, if I want to add multiple conditions here, so I'll add that. See, right? And operator. So and the class is B, and data of class is equal to B. See, B class and greater than 60% marks. Only that data we have extracted and we have printed. This is called as Boolean filtering. So according to the conditions onto the data also, we can extract the information and we can print it. We can save that. So I'll just save that in another variable called as X. So you have saved that extracted data into variable X. Okay. And now if you print X is a data frame again. X can be printed. You can see this in this way. And most important step, whatever operation you have done, many operations are, see, out of 450, I have seen only 10 to 12 operations only. 450 remaining you can do by your own. There's a website called as pandas.pydata.org. I'll show that website where you can get all information present there. All kind of data analytics we can do easily by this method. Now last step I'll show. Save this data. We have read and now we are going to save. So read CSV. Again that we have a method called as toCSV. With the help of the data can be saved in a CSV file. See the data which I extracted. I'll save that in another format. See, many formats are that I can choose to save. So toCSV I have chosen, and let's use output.csv. Let's make index false. Index means the number, this number 2679. This will not be saved if you write index equal to false. Now, the file which I have performed, the data we have extracted, that I can save in a CSV file by this method, x.toCSV. Data is saved into the CSV format. Let's see that. Wait a minute. I'll show you. I'll open that first and then we will see it. Check this. This is the extracted data after applying your filter, and we got this. So any length file can be present. Even not only that, Excel file can be converted to CSV, CSV to HTML. HTML can also be possible. Yes, we can make use of HTML file also. This data will be table, HTML table format. Even you can save in the LaTeX format also, HDF format, JSON format. Even you can directly save this file into the table, MySQL table also. All flexibility of data import export is present and available using pandas. So pandas is basically generally used to perform these common analytics on the data. Even visualization is possible there. We will not see that because it's not used much. Visualization techniques are not much required from the pandas point of view. They are used with matplotlib and seaborn packages, which we generally prefer to do the visualization on the data. So visualization is also there. That also form one of the best important part of data analytics point of view. Okay, so this is how the data operations are done. This is how the common data operations, data analytics operation, the pre-phase, first phase of the data science before applying the statistical modeling and machine learning can be done. So this is what the pandas is there. So that's from today's session. Tomorrow we will see data visualization part with different kind of the data. Plus we'll see how to use the machine learning algorithm. I'll take one example of the regression category, one example of classification category, and then we'll see one deployed project also, how exactly the project deployment and data science operations are possible using Python. So thank you.